Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about the performances from the Melon Music Awards. But first, yes, I am on my mother's floor once more. She had to go back to where my grandmother lived to clean out her apartment and everything. So I'm dog sitting, so we're back on the floor. Anyway, just so however this is going to work, okay? There's a Soompi article in the description that has all the stages. Some of the YouTube videos might have been taken down for copyright since I looked last. But as of me most recently checking, pretty much all of them are there. Giddles isn't there, but just go on YouTube. They're popular. You can find it. But aside from that, they should all still be working. Unless they're not. Then just I don't know, figure it out. I don't know what to tell you. Before we continue though, just a quick little disclaimer. Everything I say here is just going to be my opinion. You can totally disagree with my opinion. I love that for you. I love that for me. I love that for us. Alright, we're gonna start with the artists that are both less popular and also that I don't want to talk about. So, first up is going to be Melon. Melon's performance started off with Kim Min-suk doing a solo, his solo song, Drunken Confession, and it was fine. It wasn't anything super exciting. It's a ballad, so not very much going on to witness, and for a performance, that's not ideal, so I didn't really love it. After that, the other member, Donghwan, had his solo moment where he had a piano solo, and as we've established on this channel, I love piano moments. I am here for a good piano moment, and I did enjoy this. Do I wish there was something more visually engaging going on? I do. I wish, my goal, my dream, let's say, was that they had, just one or two dancers just dancing to the piano. I think that would have made it a lot better, because as it was, the piano was nice, but there wasn't a lot happening. Closing out the performance, they did their now award-winning song, Love Maybe, and again, it was fine. It's more of a pop ballad type of sound, so it's a solid song. I did enjoy the song, but again, not much happening. The only real moment that I felt like mentioning was when they were both at the piano. That was wholesome, that was cute, the rest of it, not that interesting. Next, let's do the Gonak Boy stage, which was the whole collab thing with Kim Min-suk, Paul Kim, Jung Sung-hwan, Big Naughty, and Ha Hyun-sung. So they started off by performing the song You and Me, which is another ballad with the zero choreography and nothing happening. I will say, at least this time, the background was really pretty with, it had purples going on. It was really nice. However, it did get a little bit boring by the end, so not the most ideal. The next song they did was Sweet Thing, which was much, much better. Not so much the songs were pretty even to me, but this time it had some choreography, and far more importantly, it had this gigantic set going on. It was massive. There were levels to it. There was, again, some choreography, but the set was deeply slaying. It was huge. While we're on the topic of Big Naughty, let's do his stages next. His collab stage with 10cm. So they started off by doing the song Just 10 Centimeters, and this song, not so much the song, but these looks, specifically Big Naughty's look with the sweater and the sparkly pants, deeply serving. I was here for it. As for the actual song and the stage, not that exciting, not that interesting. I feel like the most engaging part was Big Naughty when he was in the audience with the other idols taking a selfie. And I didn't really like that part. So that should tell you how I felt about the stage as a whole. I just feel like if he'd been on stage the whole time, the two of them could have been playing off each other, building each other up, playing off each other's energy. And instead it was really, it was just 10cm, most of it. And it didn't really work as well. The other song they did was Beyond Love, and once more I want to talk looks, because the leather jacket with the sparkle pants, deeply slayed. I feel like I might have to become a Big Naughty stan, just for the looks he served during this award show, but that's a separate discussion. However, as for the actual stage itself, it was fine. The background here was amazing. I really liked it, with the colors and everything, it was great. The stage, though, not as exciting. Next, let's discuss In Young-moon, who did a whole 3 songs. So he started off by doing London Boy, and again, zero choreography. The background was really cool. I did really like the background, but the song itself was pretty mid, if you ask me. And again, zero choreography, nothing really happening, so not the most exciting. The only real bright side was that this song is new, and I hadn't heard it yet, so now I've heard it. After that, he did his other new song, Polaroid, and frankly, this was one of my favorite settings of the night. Not the stage itself, but just the set. It had all these blue flowers, and he was in this denim look. It was kind of a moment. I was kind of having a moment for it. The only issue with this stage, though, the video I watched on the Soompi article cuts a lot. It has a lot of jumps. But I think I got the vibes. I think I could get the vision, which means I wasn't that into it. The third and final song he did was an orchestra version of If We Ever Meet Again. And the background music here was beautiful. Like, the orchestra was giving everything. However, the stage itself was not. It was, again, quite boring. And with that, we finished the artists that I don't want to talk about. Moving into the artists that I do want to discuss, first up we have Atbo, and I just want to mention before I actually discuss their stages, when I saw them on this performer lineup, I was like, what is going on? Why is Atbo here? And then I remembered that they're managed by IST, who is owned by Lowen, who also owns Melon, so then I figured it out. Anyway, Atbo started off by doing this intro choreography moment. Get ready, this happens with every stage. But they started off by doing an intro choreography moment that definitely could have been a moment if it had better background music. The only issue was the background music for their choreo was just the same few notes on loop for 90 seconds, which meant by the end I was ready to kill myself. After that, they did Attitude, and just all around it wasn't really for me. The song, not for me. It's quite loud. I don't really like it. The choreo, she was fine, but it did have some TikTok elements that I didn't really love, so just, it wasn't for me. The other song they did was Monochrome, and the song itself, still not for me, it gave me a headache, but they had a bunch of backup dancers for this, and it gave the stage this really grand feeling almost. I can't explain it, but if you know when there's a bunch of people just filling a stage doing choreography and it's kind of a moment, it was one of those. However, still not a fan. Speaking of me not being a fan of the songs, let's do Giddle. So Giddle started off by doing this opera moment, which honestly kind of slayed. The vocals were great, and it had this gorgeous stained glass background going on. I really liked it. Other stuff did happen in the intro, but I feel like the opera lady outslayed all of them, so they don't get to get mentioned. So the first actual song they did was Nude, and this is a true story. This did happen to me. I was staring at all 5 of them standing on the stage when it started, and I was like, isn't there a 6th one of you? Yeah, my brain forgot Susan left. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it stopped. Anyway, I've said before that I don't like Nude, and I don't like Nude as a song. It's not really for me. I don't want to say older, because it's not that old, but I like their earlier work, let's say, a little bit more. So not the biggest fan of the songs. The looks were slaying. The black looks, slay. Deeply incredible. The purple looks were good too, but the black ones were better. Also, the marching band, iconic. After Nude, they did a VCR, which feels kind of fake, so I'm going to be skipping the VCR. To be fair, I will skip all the VCRs in this, video, but, I don't really count it. I feel like if it's a VCR, save your VCRs for your concerts. But here, I'm going to skip it. So after that was a guitar solo, slay. I feel like I've secretly become an Oogie stan just because I feel like she does not get the hype and the love that she deserves. So this is my little PSA, okay? She is a queen, she is an icon, she is a legend. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So closing out the performance, they did Tomboy, and I hate this song. I've said many times that I hate this song, and I do hate this song. I hate it so much. Also, the looks were ugly. I'm gonna say it. The looks, the pants especially, were just very ugly. The only real, benefit of this song is that they didn't play the awful beep and instead said, I'm fucking Tomboy. Other than that, I couldn't stand it. We need someone who's going to cheer me up. So next we're going to do my snubbed king, Mr. Bio. Bio started up by doing Counting Stars, which I get it. I get the decision. But also, it's one of his weaker songs, if you ask me. I don't like it as much. However, some highlights of the performance. Highlight number 1 was the background with the car. I thought that was great. Highlight number 2 was the fuck COVID line, because I found it very funny. After that, he did Complex. And this song, first of all, it's a super fun song. If you haven't heard this song, please go listen to it. It's really fun. But also, it even had some choreography going on, mostly from backup dancers, but still. And can I just say, backup dancers never get the hype they deserve, so I want to give a shout out to the backup dancers for slaying. The third and final song he did was Burnout Syndrome, and it kind of went off. First of all, the backup dancers continued to do the absolute most, so we love that for them. But also, Bio was kind of giving his everything here, because for those who don't know, as a Bio fan, the rap in the song is a lot faster than a lot of other raps, and he did a pretty good job of keeping up with it live. I know someone is going to watch that sentence and think to themselves, he's a rapper, it's his job to keep up with it live. You don't understand. Go watch your favorite rapper try and rap live to a more complex verse. They're gonna do part of it with, the background music. I guarantee to you, it's gonna happen. But he did a good job here, so I want to give him credit for it. Also, I'm bringing this up. The ending where he said, like, thank you, I'm Bio, very cute, very wholesome, very nice. Overall, of the men who performed, Bio was definitely my favorite. Like, it's just, I am a Bio fan. Like, I'm the biggest Bio fan of all the men. So, like, there is that. But also, like, his performance was really good. My only request is that he had done Love Me instead of Counting Stars, because Love Me is just a much better song. But I'll take it. Now that we've calmed down a little bit, we're going to talk about the hype groups, and we're going to go in age order. So starting off, we have Tuxed. So Tuxed started off with another intro choreography moment, which for the record had one of my favorite background musics for these intros. Like, it was giving. It was a great background music. Also, the choreo was really, really good. My only complaint about this intro is, it was 4 minutes long. Which at that point, maybe just do a song. Like, I'm sorry, but it drove me nuts because there are various moments where, like, you think, oh, okay, like, it's over, we're gonna get a song now. No, it just keeps going and going and going. It was 4 minutes long. It drove me nuts. Also, the only member who, like, really got to shine was Yeonjun, and all 5 of them were there the whole time. And as someone who doesn't even have Yeonjun in their top 2, I was a little annoyed. Like, Subin did have a bit of a moment, and he is my number 2, so I was grateful for that, but, like, all 5 of them were there. You could have been less overtly biased, but whatever. Speaking of Subin, though, I'm about to piss a lot of people off because I know a lot of people liked it. I hate his blonde hair. I really don't like it. It does look good in the all black looks later, but, like, most parts, like, when he's not in all black, it doesn't look good. The looks as a whole, honestly, weren't my favorite, but, like, Subin especially, I know I'm gonna get someone who's screaming at their phone right now, or their computer right now, or however they're watching this, and being like, what is wrong with you? His blonde hair is amazing. Like, no. Subin has had many a great hair. I think black hair fits Subin perfectly. Blonde hair is not for him. Following their intro, which was a whole 4 minutes longer than a good few of their songs, we had a VCR, which, of course, I am going to be skipping. Then, a full 6 minutes into their performance, Tuxed finally did their first song, and of course it was Good Boy Gone Bad. Now, I hate this song. I've said before, not hate is a strong word. I hate Tomboy, but I don't hate this song. This song is just, Tuxed could do so much better, and they have done better, and they've gone so far down, we're getting off track. My point is, Tuxed, not my favorite song. The looks, amazing. I'm sorry, Bumgyu came on screen, and I audibly gasped. Like, they looked so good. Also, I want to mention my personal highlight of this stage, which was Yeonjun fucked up the timing for his laugh. Like, he did the laughing before the laugh audio, which made me laugh, and then I laughed when the laugh audio played, and it just made it all, like, it was just so funny. After that, they did more choreography, which was, they could have done 2 songs. This is driving me nuts. We need to move on. Moving along in the chronology, next up is going to be Enhypen, who started off with more intro choreography, and this time though, like, it's late. Like, I'm sorry, this was one of my favorite intro choreographies because it was somehow giving, like, My Eye. Do you remember the My Eye choreography with the ribbon and everything? Imagine that, but, like, a bunch of people doing it. It was somehow giving those vibes, probably because they had, like, a whole ribbon thing, but, like, I was here for it. After that, they did Blessed Cursed, and I do still find this song quite underwhelming, but the choreo was quite good. I did really like the choreo. As for the outfits, they were giving chef jackets, which definitely not my most ideal look, at least if you ask me. After that was the VCR, which we're gonna skip, and then it was more of like a dance break mid-choreo moment, which was fine. It wasn't that the choreo was bad or anything, it was just, I know Enhypen can do better, so I want them to do better. They finished with Future Perfect, which I personally cannot stand. So we're gonna be speedy, okay, ready? The looks were great, the choreo was fine, the song sucked. On to the Hive girl groups with the Seraphim, and they started off with the choreography intro moment. Like, there's a trend, I know. New Jeans doesn't start that way, spoiler alert, but the other 3 did. So either way though, they started off with their little choreo moment, which was great. Like, the choreography was very good. Then they did Fearless, which as a song has definitely grown on me. I don't love it, but I do like it a lot more than I did when it came out, which is a plus. And also, the choreo was really good again. I did not know the Seraphim were, like, phenomenal with choreography. Maybe they're not, and it's just my opinion that they are, but, like, I feel like I missed this in their lore. After that was the Hydra, which had even more good choreography, and then a trailer moment that honestly slayed, because like the choreography was amazing and the background was really cool. So just that trailer was a deep moment for me. The last song they did was Anti-Fragile, which was for some reason, like even though I don't adore this song, it was one of my favorite stages of the night because I was vibing to the song. The background was really cool, and the choreography was amazing. So just like all around, it was a win. Lastly, for our Hybe arc, we have New Jeans. And I want to say before I actually start, I don't think it ever sunk in for me. These girls are babies. Like, they look like babies. Like, to the extent that I texted my friend, I was like, how do you think about this following sentence? And she was like, I agree. Where if I saw them on the street on a random Wednesday at noon, my immediate thought would be like, why aren't you at your middle school? Like, it wouldn't be, why aren't you at high school? It's why middle school? Because they look like children. Because they are children. Keep that in mind. It's going to be relevant later. I have a rant that's going to happen in a little bit. You know it's happening. I'm warning you now. Anyway, the first song they did was Cookie, which still bores me. Also, the choreo, it was fine, but it was a little weird to watch children do it. So there was that. Also, the looks were ugly, so we're gonna keep moving. The next song they did was Hype Boy, which somehow feels more soulless when done live. So that was a choice. And then, as for the looks, they did change looks between these stages. The looks were definitely less ugly, but I'm not gonna say an improvement, which we will get to in a moment. And nothing exciting happened with the choreo, so just all around, this stage is not for me. The last song they did was Attention, which was definitely the best of the 3 songs that they did. However, I didn't really like it, and I don't really want to talk about it anymore, so we're going to have a rant time now, okay? It's tangent time. Get ready. Like, it's not actually going to be a tangent. It's very relevant, but I just need to rant for a minute. So I want to have a chat in my rant with some people from Hybe, okay? The first person I want to talk to, or the people, let's say, is the people who picked the outfits. I need to have a chat with them because I don't, like, hear me out, okay? I don't want to pull a Perez Hilton with Charli D'Amelio. That was a weird reference, but if you understood it, I'm proud of you for knowing the TikTok lore. I do not actually know TikTok lore. I don't have a TikTok. That's all irrelevant. The point is, I don't want to pull a Perez Hilton and, like, try and make something sexual that isn't meant to be sexual. But I'm worried because in my mind, like, if these outfits are being chosen by the members, then that's fine. Then there's nothing weird going on, and they have all, like, they can dress however they want. I'm not going to judge a child for it. My concern is that there are adults around them who are putting them in these, like, weirdly revealing outfits for a 14-year-old and, like, making them go on stage, shake their tits and ass. And while we're on that topic, let's have a chat with the choreographer. Again, if the girls are choreographing these songs, then fine. Again, I'm not going to judge a child for expressing themselves the way they see fit. I'm going to judge the adults around them, however, because odds are, again, adults are making them do this. And we know for a fact that the children and just the idols in general, but especially the really young ones in K-pop, are heavily exploited. Like, it's well documented and well proved. Look at what's happening with Omega X right now. Like, literally as we speak, there's, like, court hearings going on about it. Like, we know it's well documented, and we don't want to think that, like, our fave companies, I say like I even give a fuck about Hybe, but we want to pretend that, like, oh, our companies would never do that. And then I look at these girls who are all, like, at the oldest 18, going down to 14 years old, in weirdly revealing outfits for a child to wear. Like, if it was, like, an older girl, like, if Twice were wearing these outfits, I'd be like, sure. Twice are adults. Twice can, like, wear more revealing clothes without being creepy. Although in the past it was. That's a separate issue. My point in all of this is saying, I'm worried that New Jeans is being heavily exploited and sexualized by the adults around them, and I really don't like it. And they look so young, and it made me very uncomfortable to watch the stage. I need another palette cleanser. So we're gonna do Stacy next, but first I'm gonna pause and make myself some tea. Hi, I'm back. I took a breather. I calmed down. I vibed with my dog for a minute or two. I made some tea. Look at my tea. It's just, we've calmed down. I'm ready to resume. Back to Stacy. So Stacy started off with their own little intro choreo moment, and frankly, it slayed. It slayed a bit. The looks with the pink were great. Also, the background music was really good, and I liked the choreography. So just all around, their intro was great. After that, they did their one and only song, which was Beautiful Monster, and I enjoyed it. Like, it's my second favorite Stacey title, so there was that going for it. Plus, as previously mentioned, I really liked the looks, and the choreo was solid. So, like, it was great all around. Like, honestly, I would say that Stacey had my favorite performance of the night, just, like, as a whole for an artist. But it was so short, because they didn't do anything else. Like, most of these stages were around 10 minutes long. Stacey's wasn't even 5. So, like, there was definitely a lot less going on, but I did still really, really, really like it. Now that we've cleansed with our palette cleanser of Stacey, let's talk about Monsta X. Monsta X had a really solid opening too, actually, though. It was, like, jazzy, black and white back. It was really cool. It was really good. I really liked it. Then they did a jazz version of Love, which I feel like shouldn't have worked. I feel like the jazziness of it shouldn't have fit Love, but it did, and it was great, and I'm confused, but I'm not mad. I do have some issues with the stage, though. Issue number 1, Chungkyun's crop top did not fit the suit look. It, in fact, felt very strange to look at, so, like, didn't love that. And also, Joohan just as a presence kind of annoys me, so I didn't love that either. The other song they did was Rush Hour, which, it was fine. I don't really have anything to say about it, though, so we're just gonna move on to our final set of performances. So last but not least, we have the queens themselves, the icons, the legends, the winners, Miss Ive. So Ive's performance actually started with a solo moment from Liz, who did a piano version of 11, and we have combined various aspects that I liked about other stages, so let's pull those together, okay? First, we have the piano moment. We've already established I like a piano moment. Meanwhile, she was surrounded by flowers like from that In Young stage. So like the two combined were just an absolute moment. After that, we have a little bit of a flaming drum moment, and then the girls themselves arrive, and I screamed because these looks, I'm sorry. The silver, the sparkles, the everything, it was best looks of the night, I'm gonna say it. They then did like a brief little choreo moment. It was fine, nothing super special. But then they did the official song of the year, Love Dive. And this stage was amazing. Like, I've already mentioned that I love the look, so like we know that. But also, I do love the song. Like, I do really like Love Dive as a song. And the choreo was really good too. So just like, it was wins. It was wins on wins. Post Love Dive, we had another VCR, which of course I'm going to skip, even though I will point out it was very cute. However, I've skipped all the others, so I have to skip this one. And then they did After Like. And this performance was another slay. Like, After Like has somehow made its way into being my favorite Ive title. I don't know how we got here, because when it came out, I said it was my least favorite. It is now my favorite. I can't explain what happened, but the shift has occurred. Either way, though, I loved it. And looks were still slaying. And the background was really pretty. Just all around, this was my favorite stage of the night, by the way. After Like, favorite stage of the night. It was phenomenal. 10 out of 10. I adored it. And with that, we have discussed every single stage from the Melon Music Awards. This has been a fun experience. I think I got a little too heated at points, but I'm not sorry for anything that I said. I stand by it all. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on all of the stages, all of the everything down below. Let me know what your favorite was. Let me know what your least favorite was. Favorite looks, favorite song, favorite everything. Let me know all of it. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I will be okay either way. Also, if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter @_reviews. I'll link that in the description, along with the super article that has, hopefully, all the performances until they get taken down. But yeah, they will be down there. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!